So yeah, as I pointed yesterday in general, I'm going to do a retrospect why New 52 failed. Specifically in general, talk about all the information that came out from Kotaku, and specifically talk about why New 52 failed as a whole. Because for me, this is a topic I shared a long time ago. For me, it's very fascinating. And looking at all the information that came out of this thing, it's actually fascinating to see how it came to be and why it failed. And that's a topic I shared a long time ago. So, yeah, it should be fun. Again, what's in me a minute? Well, you'll find out, Hey, let me tell you, I'm gonna know why New 52 failed as a whole, and why Johnson did this eventually reboot of the design they won. Yep. Now, we don't want to talk about the topic, but as you well know, I'm not sure about New 52. Out of all for one more time, I thought New 52 because of a great dumped it from day one. It was a bad idea from day one. And looking back at it, looking back after all these years, it's actually fascinating to actually know the thought process on why it happened and why it failed. And after looking at all the information, I kind of go in that New 52 there was no plan. Shocker, I know. It's not a shock why it didn't fail. It was bad in day one. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm not shocked that the thing failed, but that's interesting to see after looking back at how it came to be and why it fell apart. So, yeah, it'll just be fun. Again, what's in me minute? Well, you'll find out, So, I do want to find anything in the interesting topic. Yep. So, enjoy the show. See ya. Alright, as you can tell my intro, as you can tell it's about this topic. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. Now, like I said before, there was a lot of information that came on New 52 why it failed, and then the 1 minute came on the thing, and frankly, I just want to go to hide all these. Most because if I go to an article real day, but frankly, I just want to talk about this. We did talk about I should a long time ago. And frankly, I'm not into about this topic of all reading. Most because we kind of in the third review with Soft Dawn DC, that's not a reboot, it's more of a continuation. It's complicated, so yeah. And there was a lot of information that came on the thing I want to talk about. So yeah, we're gonna go through all the information that they can. So let's cut the chase. And yeah. So let's get it. Why the New 52 failed and why the thing was a failed experiment day one. Yep. Part of that. Let's go. We did a plan, the inside story DC in the New 52 reboot, and went into the comic reboot universe. Unquote. Yep. On August 31st, 2011, which is technically in the as my birthday, so yeah, happy birthday to me by the way, because I won on 18, so did took away as my birthday. Continue. The comic industry was supposed to change forever. The week of Justice League issue 1 wouldn't just relaunch the premiere Super Team DC Comics, with a new origin story, but be the first of 52 new comic series that would start a fresh incarnation in the main DC universe. Yep. The initiative launching throughout September 2021 was called New 52. And it marked the company's first attempt in more than 2 decades to hit the reset button on the spawning continuity. Every superhero in DC universe with a major update, the whole were trying new generation of leaders who could turn the power of fortune around. Yep. David and player sales in New 52 temporarily made DC Comics the dominant force in the industry. The event redefined the company's reputation among fans and creators, for good and ill, with many upset about the wholesale rejection of decades of stories and exciting about the new beginning it offered. Outside of comics, meanwhile, Hollywood science superhero boom came along just in time for the New 52 update or the stories to inform 101 WWE, 101 Super Squad, and Shazam. Yup. Wait. Oh yeah, I got that backwards. Sorry. And shining though chain in a million moviegoers. Here's the thing about that. Justice 20 was a failure. Yes, I did cover New 52. But here's the thing. I'll give Zack Snyder credit over there. Tell Justice League posted if we got from 2017. That thing was a dog on day one because what the fuck? That thing got a dog New 52 over the fucking minute battery. Holy shit, that's horrible. Wonder Woman might be actually with more kind of like yes. If New 52 was not New 52, it was kind of the only thing altogether. The first one was good. Suicide Squad New 52 and it started out as horrible. Cut the Marvel Marvel and Shazam. Yes, they did New 52, but unlike New 52, I think it was better in that movie. Because the story of Fantasy and Inventive was smart and knew it was. I like that movie way better than the after New 52 ordinate, which Captain Marvel Manson. I'm going Captain Marvel's name, damn it, not Shazam. Sue me. So yeah, I did not like the origins. They were all horrible, and I did not like them to day one. That's my thoughts. Continue. But the relaunch soon ran into trouble. Within months of the kickoff, sales of New 52 fell on all but a handful of titles. With a more category and the creation of a number of replacement series that themselves will be brought to quick conclusion due to lack of sales. End quote. Beyond the scene, many creators were dealing with confusing and contradicting instructions given to them by editor executives or worried about job stability. As the company tried to regain the momentum the New 52 had in its initial weeks. So yeah, it was a doom experiment day one. This is why it failed. They did not commit, they had no plans, they said, fuck it! We're going to do a rebuild and start from scratch and see what happens. The result? Garbage! It ended in a complete failure and did not make sense. This is why when you do a reboot, you need a plan. If you have no plan, if you go out the phone shit out the window or phone shit out the wall, you go complete bullshit. So the result? Garbage. That's why it failed. That's why it didn't work. It had a bad timing and it could be a failure. Yeah, they get sealed, but still going to go through how bad it was. Not to mention, I didn't phone Joe from WhatCulture.com and said it came out of nowhere. It was a bad time and it came out the wrong time. Also, it decided ongoing storyline as well. With the whole Batman Incorporated. Yeah, that got disrupted because you fucked everything up. So, yeah, what to say, New Pursuit a bad idea. Also, missing all characters with Wild West, like, what the fuck? Like, god damn it, that was stupid. Like, that made me mad. So, yeah, it was a bad idea from day one. None makes sense. It was garbage, and it was a very bad idea from day one. Only we designed that out, we all go to well, which, I hate that design, that was crap. My point is that. But New Pursuit was doomed to fail. It was a bad idea, it was a bad time, it made no sense. Continue. In the end, the industry didn't change forever as a result of New 52, and in fact, neither did DC Remake. Within the year of 2016, DC Remake, which I love Remake, we remind me that they helped after DC had to save themselves from destruction, and that it was good. Shocking enough and done, it was a great time as a DC fan. I love Remake. Remake actually worked. It was a great act after Ryan. I love Remake on. It made DC great again. But then the deal can't fuck everything for insanity. You know what? That's not Lamb another day. I can do an entire Lamb video why we were successful. Not Lamb video. I can do an entire video why we were successful. In fact, I wrote that video eventually. That's a video I wrote a long time ago. Save that video eventually. But my point is stands. Point New 52 failed. It didn't work, and that's what it was good and it made sense. Before I got destroyed into bullshit, but that's just me. Point is, it worked. New 52 failed. Continue. Within the year 2016, DC Reboot, 2017 Doomsday Clock. And 20 Doctor Death Metal, only the continuity change of the reboot, piece by piece. Nonetheless, New 52 proved to be a seismic event in comics, demonstrating that one of the two biggest publishers in the industry was willing to bet everything, even its own history, would present over a fan base, and what doing so actually meant in practice. Okay, in hindsight, that doesn't make sense. I'll give DC credit over Marvel. At least DC had the balls to pull the trigger, even though pulling the trigger might be kind of a bad idea, but they won because you got everyone a lot of fans. But I'll give DC credit over Marvel. At least when they had the ball to pull the trigger, they did have the ball to pull the trigger, but they can't. But they did. But it ended a complete disaster because it was a bad long time at this point. Then again, to be fair, DC was not doing so well in the early 20s. Japan's. Japan, not 20s. God, but you know my point. So yeah, it's very interesting to hear all the information now. Very fascinating. It's very interesting to go through all the history recap. That's pretty cool. But let's cut the chase, shall we? As you reach over 10th year anniversary of the farm, we consider what they meant to the line. We were saying for them. Yeah, to think about that. Yet the August 2021, but technically speaking, in generality, if you do the math, we're kind of like 13 years in generality from New 52 first started. And it's maybe 10 years already back then. Which I knew I should have done a video about 21, so I've done a video about it, a lot more interesting. But that's about the one more with history in New 52 why it failed. Let's get it, Shazia. Look at the secret origins. Yep. On Danny himself, he said, and I quote, "The origin of New 52 comes from a couple of periods. First things first, we had a change in management. We had Diane Nelson coming in as DC's new president. And she really wanted to challenge us and really make an impression as a statement. So we need to make a statement that is part one. Part two. But the market was extraordinarily soft. All numbers were off by double digits. I want to say 30 to 40%. Some big numbers for what it was from previous year. And trade sales were slowing down. And periodical sales were slowing down. It wasn't just DC. It was the whole marketplace. He's not wrong about that. If you look at the numbers in the early 2010s, they weren't that great. That could be the entire market was suffering because remember, back in the 90s, Marvel went bankrupt. And it took maybe a miracle for Marvel after they saved themselves in destruction. Okay, That's not true. Marvel went bankrupt because of their own stupidity, and it took Benedict Jones. I can't put his name. I meant to hate this guy. I have to bring this guy up. I hate this asshole with the new trailer, but I had to bring this guy up. Sorry, Rich Bo, but it took Benedict and promo that scumbag in general. I need to fix Marvel. I have to make Marvel good again next to Joker Saga. Okay, Joker Saga, even though I'm not liking him, I had a creator. As a person, I may well do a talk to him in the future. Maybe if I do get to talk to him, I will talk to him in the future. Why not just about my marriage? But that's not talking in general. I'll give them the credit good. They did help Marvel save themselves from bankruptcy. Okay, they were bankrupt. But that's because they had said a movie like the companies don't want to save Marvel comic themselves from destruction. It's a whole thing. I may do a history of why the comic industry collapsed in the 90s. In fact, that's not very shit a long time ago. But honestly, that's not very 90. And that's interesting what how happened during that time. And that's even interesting. Continue. Part 2 of the manga showing numbers were all but never did it. I would want to say by 40%. Some big number what it was the previous year. Trade sales were slowing down. PR sales were slowing down. It was only to see the whole manga page. I don't know. I used to joke with Jim Lee at the time to be a partner, co-publisher, current part of DC Comics. It was not a joke. I used to say I don't want to be co-publisher and watch it run to the ground. That's not why we took the job. He's not wrong. I'll give the deal credit. Even though I may not want the guy at the quote or he did care about comics. And that's the one thing I'll give the deal credit over any other. He cared about comics. And I give him credit too. The guy cared. His execution was not that great. But at least he cared about the comic industry. At least he was a guy in John that took the hits. Even though I did not like his credit to say in DC, I may hate his credit to say they went all crap. But at least he had some good ideas. Bad execution, but at least he had some good ideas to help DC give a float. I say give a float because remember New 52 was a failure, but that's not what I'm doing. My point is saying. It's very interesting to hear all this back now. It's interesting, it's very fascinating, and I'm ready to the future. Continue. Look at the Judd Winner's comments, which he said, I quote, "The year prior to New 52, we had a pretty big meeting at the DC office in New York, where a bunch of us would discuss a whole method stuff, but the focus of it was coming up with a story that would stem from the Flashpoint crossover. In that meeting, it was discussed that maybe it would be interesting to create a cool if we utilize Flashpoint in the same way the original credit was utilized, or a number of crossovers. Maybe we can use Flashpoint to have substantial story carry over into the main continuity. Like, maybe we could come out Flashpoint with Lois and Clark are married, Lois Lane does not know he's Superman, something like that. And within that, there was a lot of time bouncing around some ideas. Again, ideas that would be one or two to a theme of the change coming out of Flashpoint. I think that was the clearest spark." That's what Joe Wink says. And, okay, he's not wrong about that. Well, Flashpoint is a complete mess. Okay, Flashpoint at the story until went bad. If you look now at a hard reset button, it would not be a hard reset button. Flashpoint was intended to be just a event that was conceived and to be just a DC image. But then Twitter got there and said, "Hey, let's make Flashpoint the last second and make it a reboot." Even though there was no plan to do a reboot. That was not the original pitch when Flashpoint started. When it started, in general, it will be a Flash storyline. But then near the end of the thing, they hit the emergency reset button to the point that made no sense, and it all came crashing down from insanity. Yeah, with Pandora. Pandora was another terrible character. I hate that character from day one. And we'll get back to her later, but all I want to say about that train of a character. Holy shit, she was a champ in day one. Continue. Flashpoint 21 called him a man with Flash travel back in time, change history, resulting in drastically change alter timeline. Complete all the events should be able when the event was conceived, it would with the understanding that you would turn to know afterward. And as it turned out, these editor out of ideas. Yeah, that's what I brought before. It was initially conceived to be a Flash storyline. That was it. That was the plan. The original plan was to do a Flash storyline and Disney would turn back normal, back to the original universe. That's it. But this editorial came and said, "Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna do a sledgehammer and make a reboot." You do that, you're gonna fuck everything up with insanity. And fuck everything up, they did. They blew it up. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why this is a bad experiment. You know, actually, good reason made no sense. Continue. The video says, and I quote, "From the moment I started DC, I was always trying to get to the spot where we could solve sort of restart the wheel and recreate the entry point for everybody to jump on. And contemporary arcades. Marvel had success with Marmalade and the open line. Okay, he's not wrong about that. Yeah, that is true. The open line was big in the Marvel big in the way what they do big do in a harder reboot, but not reboot. It been in general way in telling the story, but the same character but something scratch. But here's the thing about that the deal. The open line only worked out because Marvel kept their universe intact without rebooting the entire universe. So I get what you're trying to do. You were trying to copy Marvel's idea with open universe, but try to do it with DC. The problem is your idea didn't work. You didn't commit to it. You committed to a reboot that made no sense, and it was on reboot. It was great. Before we read up the story, but unfortunately said his idea did not work out. It was a bad idea for day one. Continue. Let's get through the argument that can because I know I'm really rambling. You can't blame me. It's very interesting to talk about this stuff. It's interesting I can talk about it. Okay. But the more stories I was trying to find a good one. Anyway, Marvel had success with my open line, and kept on pointing to that. I thought to myself, we needed that. I tried a couple of times. The All-Star line was supposed to be a shot at that, which that failed. The All-Star line that did not really work out. That thing will also be sort of a review, but the DC, but see different with the All-Star line. It's probably like DC opening universe, but it didn't work out. Why? Mostly because remember, the only story that came out of the All-Star line was also Superman, a great story, Grant Morrison, and also Batman 11. That's it. Also about Batman 1, failure. It failed, it was a godfire, it was a bad Frank Miller Batman story, it made no sense, it's just stupid. It's looking at a parody, it's funny. It's looking at a dark comedy, it's hilarious. But it's looking for a silly like Batman story, yeah, it's one of the worst Batman stories ever. It's one of the worst Batman stories ever all time. It's such a garbage story. It's funny and stupid, but it's funny. But it's all stupid and garbage. Like, if you look at a Frank Miller bad parody Batman story, it's hilarious and stupid. That's just me. I find the book to be hilarious and stupid, but it's beautiful artwork. Bad story, beautiful art. Continue. What's supposed to be shot at? The Earth 1 book was supposed to be shot at. Okay, you know, but now into the Earth 1 book was shot at, but the Earth 1 book also didn't work out. Because the Earth 1 books never didn't go anywhere. Like, nothing came out of the Earth 1 books. Like, the only book we got the thing were, Superman, Batman, Teen Titan, and Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. That's it. So, yeah, then our book came out of the thing, and honestly, it kind of sucked that Earth 1 failed. But Earth 1 had good ideas. It just didn't go anywhere. Which is kind of sad, because I had to reform more Earth 1 stuff. Teen Earth 1 a failure. Fuck Teen Earth 1 was a bad story. Holy shit! Teen Earth 1 did a terrible book. I won't go through the details, but it's just a very bad story. What the fuck? Ugh. I hate Earth 1. I hate Teen Earth 1. Teen Earth 1 was a fucking godfire. What the fuck? Ugh. Do I say about Teen Earth 1 or better? Don't read it. You'll waste your brain power. It's not worth it. It's stupid. It's just a garbage book from day one. Wait, why was it in the Earth 1? I know about it. Wait, well, remember now called it tiny, but that's obvious super speed. Going to start with absurdity. You only know the outside world from Calder, who said his father. Guy viewed the outside world dirty and need a new start. And find out why they're joined the team. Star Wars gives them the codename Impulse. Ow. So, but wait. So the chief with the bad guy inside them? Okay, that makes sense. So they joined to make the chief baby not Calder from Doom Patrol the bad guy in Titan Earth 1. Wait a second. That's Doom Patrol! So basically, Teen Earth 1 makes Doom Patrol story, but with Teen Titans. No wonder people rip off at the end of the case. It's all Doom Patrol. You took Doom Patrol and fucked it up! Ugh, god damn it, Earth 1. This is why I did not like Teen Earth 1. It just garbage, they were just stupid and just made no fucking sense. Don't read Teen Earth 1. Don't read it, just skip it and you'll be good. Continue. I learned a little bit, but honestly, but reading that, it just made me realize that suit was just Doom Patrol, but with Teen Titans. It's just a bad idea when they won. No wonder it failed. But, back on track. Continue. The other format was supposed to be a shot at that. They were good at standalone content, and we got some great work from that. But it didn't drive a line. And ultimately, the only way it works is if you drive the cohesiveness of the line. Okay? When you're doing it piecemeal, but to really make that impression, to really get the attention of the marketplace, you had to do something dramatic. Yep. And ultimately, that would turn into New 52. That's the deal at the occasion, that's hate at the point of view. And from that point of view, okay, he's not wrong. If you want to get the market attention, you gotta do something dramatic. However, it also made content really confusing. It also fucked the actual internet didn't help at all, and it was just a nightmare. I can go on why New 52 failed. In fact, I may do at the end why it failed. Well, I am doing a video right now, but I may do a follow-up video, and you want to know what I love New 52. But that's been in the perspective why it didn't work. It's anime back and pretty cool. And it's the reason why I've been into why history on New 52 failed. Continue. Paul Connell. I was only on an exclusive contract at DC and first heard rumbling when it became clear it would impact my Action Comics run. My wonderful editor, Matt Delson, asked me if I would like to stop at the end of my Lex Luthor run. But I wanted to assume it. I like the idea of wanting to finally share the first volume. Okay, that's not a good one for me. That gives me jagging shit. But honestly, that's the instant why that's his perspective. Which, didn't give my information, why he loves Action Comics. Huh. That seems very limited. Continue. Let's discuss what I said. He said, quote, I thought I was doing Batman with momentous artwork from Jock and possibly Francisco Francavilla. Then Dan took me out to breakfast at C2E2. He sat me down, he was crazy nervous, and it was like a breakfast at a booth. He kept looking around, and I'm like, wait it, and this is where I'm getting fired. I remember saying, I'm going to tell you something crazy, but we're going to try to reinvent the wheel a bit here. We're going to do something called New 52. Nobody knows about it, but what we're going to do, and you can't tell anyone, but we're going to start everything at number 1. You're going to be on Batman number 1, in the first new Batman number 1 that has been 70 plus years. So, if you think that I was on you for that, I had a little panic attack at the booth. I could feel like I had a heart attack, I was sweating, I was like, but I'm like, Batman number 1, he's like, yeah, and we're going to get new artists for it, it's going to be fun, it's going to be a blockbuster, you can still do the same story, I don't want to go to the con, because I was so terrible, I was just, I have no idea how to do this. Well, that's insane, bad thing, why Scott Snyder for nervous at the time. I don't blame you for nervous, because that's just, what? Like, the deal, like, you did that bombshell on why they were going Batman. Huh. Interesting. Whatever. Continue. What's that, Joe Winnick? I was very excited for probably rebooting the whole line. I thought it was instant creativity. I thought it would be fun. For real, I was crazy. That's Joe Winnick. That's Joe Winnick as he falls in it. Okay, but that perspective, I get where you came from. That's not very enthusiastic, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. Continue. Let's go with the deal said. As the pictures came in, the product evolved, we had a hate list of what type of book the company wanted to do. What type we wanted to do, even if we were not sure what they were 100% yet. Then we thought about what talent might be the best at executing that based on their own past history. And then we would marry the two and then see where it evolved from there. Sometimes it stayed 100% on track, sometimes it was did, but that's okay. One thing that did stay on track was that New 52 wasn't intended to simply rerun the existing DC slate, but expand it. That didn't just mean including a series for superhero characters who hadn't been given the spotlight for some time. Step on down, we run a Hawk and Dunn stock shop. We'll also return to DC history of non-superhero titles as well. Early plans for the live line include fallback to DC Western, War Story, and even Roman title. Oh yeah, Jonah Hex. Yeah, it's also Western. Great book, by the way. It was one good new video I liked. Next to be, next to iPhone, it's also good. Continue. When I look at New 52, it wasn't just about relaunching the books, but about diversifying the product and the characters. And everything was about diversification, before diversification became a buzzword. Okay, that's kind of funny. We really wanted to make sure we were reaching out and trying different things, different types of story, and most of the people talk about Superman Batman or anyone on the Reborn to the primary characters. I was more excited about Men of War or Iron Vampires and other things that were part of that. Because ultimately that's the part of the comic that brings in casual readers. People picking up books if they're not superhero fans but want to read the medium. He's not wrong about that either. Look, like I said before, while I disagree with the deal's actions, he still makes a good point about his action with New 52. Look, it was a bad idea, but originally he admits in general he was excited for other books. Granted, Men of War Vampire didn't last long, but we did something with nothing. Continue. Paul Connor, we also have a non-superhero title hoping they bring other genre back into comics. We also followed Sale to be through the loop because title will break through the mainstream audience. New 52 was announced on May 5th, 2021 until DC discarded reboot at the historically numbered entire DC universe, one of the comics with 52 for DC. That might put it on and with the continuity reboot element of the line. Yeah. So yeah, why did the deal say why the 52 books? We're about to get to that. Why 52 books? I mean, it's interesting because ultimately the office was constructed to support somewhere between 60 to 80 bucks on a monthly basis. Okay, if you're going to put out less product, you're going to make it stop and change. So realistically, we're working with the in-house staff that we have. We did not want to rearrange the staff. We didn't want to do that. So the challenge was to create enough engaging material to support the structure, but also be able to broaden out. And also you want to create a large number of titles that will financially successful. So you have more high-risk titles. You get a chance to take some really large swings at projects. Because you have older things on top of the top-end financial supporters. There's also a lot of the motivation behind Vertigo. Teaching was basically the story allowed Vertigo to be much more experimental and take more chances because financially the company would mean with the number with the superheroes. How we got to 52 an instant thing. Because originally it was 40. We were the map or something like, it was like 10 bucks a week, and they would consistently what you would point out there. It seemed like that was the number that people would be able to absorb in the course of a week. But ultimately, we needed a little more product, so we pushed it out to 48. I had believed him at 52. When I asked him why 52, we go, you're actually with the weekly 52, it seems like a lucky number. I mean, when you're ordered with that, how you argue? But the deal, you hate 52. It's my memory saying one like Doug. You said you hate 52, and you said Countdown was better than 52. But he actually lying about that, but honestly, I don't know. Because I wasn't there. But 52 wasn't your idea, it was more like other creative ideas, and you just took that idea. I don't know. I could be like a hyper and balling this is what happened during that time. But, yeah, I made the deal hate 52 Warriors. More because he had no creative control of it. So you count down a final crisis with all the terrible stories. I must have about the story better. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about that, but honestly, you could tell the man's mindset was to do the reboot. And I did do the mindset to target the Marvel, and the result at the end is desert. So what's cut to say? Don't like a nightmare. This is where everything falls apart. Continue. In one New 52 British being story, there was some concern behind Korea beyond the scene about the lack of information concerning new version of DC continuity. Which here's what Paul Connell said. Android was meant to put together Noah's backstory on a wall chart, but I never got to see it. I was intended to add for Demon Knight to be so medieval judgically. So I intended to put a bunch of characters who were represented later heroes who could represent at the time a Strength, the Green Lantern, a Captain Marvel, a Hawkman, and a Hawkwoman, for example. And cheap ideas like Matthew Wayne, a card maker became someone really like Batman, possessed by every one of them were taken away by others. Keen to protect their own franchise. My child was mostly mystical characters, so I went with that. So that's why John we didn't get to see at the DC Captain Marvel. Everything that universe. Because, well, DC Captain Marvel, I think, was pretty. Okay, he wasn't being John. He was taken away because reasons. Thanks, Nibble 2. Thanks, jerks. That sucks. I want to see that. That could have been fun. But no, that got taken away because bullshit. That's a shame. Yep. When Demon Clay became the lead, I called Demon Knight, which was meant to be something to do with the Demon Knight. And it was in the Wildcats, mentioned New Brazil, but everything changing all the time. I don't know how much we ever landed that connection. Oh, wait. You're trying to demon that was looking at the Demon Knight bullshit with the whole Wildcats? What was this a thing? I didn't know about this. That's interesting to know. Huh. The more you know. Continue. Let's get Dominic. I go into my own experiences, but I've been working really hard. That can be kind of challenging. If an outline or story wasn't working, creative would actively write. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Editors are human beings, and sometimes they don't know exactly what they want. But they might know that the story you're doing isn't working. In a new gaming core, a thing about law, anyone can tell you what's wrong with your book, but no one can tell you how to fix it. So sometimes editors have a clear vision and can convey that to you, other times less so, and that is harder. You have to keep in mind that all this is creative endeavor, sometimes they can be deeply challenging. Okay, Joe Wayne didn't give more information, but that doesn't make sense from his perspective. And I said, why is frustrating when you for you out of the failure? He didn't know what the hell to write. No one else fell apart. Continue. Let's get discussed now. He said, quote, there are a lot of people operating on good faith, a lot of editors working very hard to get this great story out there. No way edits comic who doesn't love the editors and love being a part of that world. There's not a lot of glory in it. It was a strange environment because there was so much excitement and freedom for all of us. Creative and editors from the top, from Dan, Jim, they brilliant when infinite, infectious. They brilliant in all of it, and yet because there wasn't an underlying story, because they weren't conceptualized rules, it kept changing all the time. So fluidity, the lack of rule blueprints, rather issues between different groups, there were different ideas of what was DC history. So you're saying, and then you hear from different groups that one character you mentioned being in the past wasn't in the past anymore, because they had a new origin. Again, everyone's working out love of story, trying to tell the best tale in this area. It was just difficult without more set of rules. Yeah, as I wrote before, this is exactly what the frame day one. It fell apart. No rules, just chaos. And chaos equals bad. Chaos equals actually bullshit. So yeah, as you can tell, it was a very bad time to be a DC band, and it was a mess, and it's like, what the fuck. That's what it didn't work, but it failed, and it's a mess, and all fell apart. Yeah, here we are. The initial announcement of the New 52 were followed by subsequent announcement of title that would make up the line. While some titles were unfamiliar to fans, it would soon become clear that the line would be made out of entirely pre-existing characters and concepts. We so wondered just how New 52 was actually going to be, and backstory one the only game makeovers. The New 52 probably didn't really director Mark. It's okay, I know it is. Sorry, artist Cody Harris redesigned near every character this universe. Wearing the amazing character one-on-one wearing pants. Yep. They were changed short before the comics saw print. Clearly wasn't just Hulk fan and Hulk fan made that clear about the changes, nor was skeptical reason limited to onlookers. Okay, that's one point, but honestly I think you got it backwards. Like I don't get that logic. What? I don't get it. Whatever. Who cares? I don't know what they're talking about that shit, but it doesn't matter. Next, what's that on the video comment? He's like, oh, I can't tell you how many discussions we had about how we can get Nightwing back in the blue costume, because the red seems so weird. And I'm like, if you're focused on color, you're ruining the character. The color doesn't matter. Story and the character are what you should be focused on. It's the way about the character's color, because in your mind, that's the only way you see him, then you're probably not getting where you should be. That was one of the best ones, that's why I would like to stop talking about color, you're doing a great job. I think we got a little cold feet on all new concept. We have some old concept we're freshening up. And we want to have confidence and recreate the material, then bring new material and new character into mix. Okay. Along the way, some new characters were clear, but the truth to be told is sometimes it's hard to get people to commit to new characters in the series stories. So it'd be a lot of commitment. That's why I'm hearing all this stuff. Again, to my point. There was no plan. The plan? What plan? The plan made no sense. And it's going to be why New failed. Yeah. This is why I want to cover the article, because a lot of my interested to see why it failed. It's interesting and fascinating. And prove more and more this idea, that terrible idea from day one. Holy shit, they did a shit show and having day one. Like, there was no plan. It's all over the place. Continue. Another common complaint concerning lack of diversity in the freelance creative team behind the launch lineup, the new video point of one of the DC universe, with the goal of pointing a larger, younger, more diverse leadership. Straight white men overlying made up writers and all behind the reboot. Gender diversity was much commented upon, particularly at launch. Only 2 women were employed on DC New 52 books. White Gil Simone and artist Amy Reeder. Drawing DC response to the controversy months before the line debuted. We want the adventure to resonate in the real world, fucking to explain the of our diverse leadership. The deal we sent in July 2021. Can we improve that? We always can. And aim to. One female created block and later with Christy Marks, and animation and doing the writer who worked on True Series as part of the line. Wait, what series does she work for? Like, what series are you talking about? Like, this I want to know. I want to know about that. Yeah, I'll probably look at that later. That's very interesting, but honestly, that's interesting why this thing fell apart. This all been made fascinating when we look at why the new video was a failure. That's interesting, fascinating. Like I said before, this is what the thing I want to talk about the most, because that's interesting. It proved more and more and more that trying to actually not have all create stay on the same page proved that the deal I know what how we're doing with new to why it fell apart. It's interesting to delete all this now and put them all. Did a bad deal with their one. What could this is? Well, we probably got need a lot more diverse talent on some of the straight tires. You think? No shit, Sherlock. I'm trying to think back on where we were at the moment. The time pool was a lot tighter, you know. Today will be a completely different thing. But that's good because it showed the industry made Matt the Parker 10 years. Yeah, after you guys fucked it up. Christy Moore said, one day Dan called me out of the blue and asked if I would be interested in creating a reboot of Amethyst. She did look at Amethyst. Now I remember. That book was good. But then the book got canceled. Because reasons. Actually, I don't know why it got canceled. I don't know why the book failed, but the book was good. There's only one that's good, but it came out of the thing. Yeah, she ought to work on Birds of Prey as well. It ought to be bad. Birds of Prey on New Pursuit is a terrible book. I did not read that book before I remember because I didn't give it in, but I bought a train wreck. Okay, that's not true. I know the thing about the hero was bad, but honestly, I heard Emma was a good story. Super sad that I canceled because bullshit, but I think it was a good story. Canoe. I read it with the series, comic series, and was delighted to have the opportunity. As you know, it didn't get a long run. At the end it was canceled, I was offered an ongoing Bird to Play. Both were offered to me because Dan knew me and knew my work on my own female warrior comic series, Sisters Heard Steel. That's what made him think of coming to me with female-oriented books. It's such a shame in general that her book fell apart, because Emma reminded me with a good story. I love Sword of Sorcery. That book was great. It was a great book, and Emma was amazing in that story. Yeah, it was Game of Thrones, but Steven, it was a good company, but the story was great. But then the book got canceled. Because Carter was really dark. Because reasons. That sucks. Then we go, really good on Young Justice. Not the other show, Young Justice comic for Bendis. It also failed. Misery. That sucks. Everybody deserves better than this shit. This is me. Continue. One day for attending to continue live behind the scene on the score in New 52. Yep. Oh, the way intense. I mean, this all ain't bad. This one just sounded in a positive measure. There was a cross coming in expression, you know, we were always well honest. They would have made an investment in marketing promotion larger than we ever done a single project. So the pressure was on. We also knew to position Jim and I were out on these walking the walk. We had to deliver. Don Nelson, I showed a lot of faith in us. She put a new executive team in place. There was that pressure to deliver the show that she made the right choice to bring us in. Yep. Snyder said we fans bounced on Corvell. It was printed with order came down for, but they weren't sure that they weren't balanced and have a tournament at the L with butter. They wanted to change it. They want to change it to make it so that it definitely solved it. For me, that would have changed the entire story because the point of the story was just the opposite. I remember standing in Target, pushing a card, paper towel, screaming at the phone, in the hallway, and you tear up my contract. That's funny. Like, I'm a Snyder, just wanted to, like, geez, like, no one got pissed off, and you know, I'm Snyder, like, change the story like that would be bad. So I'm glad that he put football foot down and knew what they were telling the editors. Screw the editors, but the man. And the Corvette had a good story. It was a great story, but I found a good story. Continue. The dealer said, on a personal level, it was a lot of pressure on me because I honestly truly believe the line had to be used at some point. A lot of people disagreed, and I could have wound up with a lot of eggs on my face. Yep. That wasn't what happened. However, the one month the New 52 saw DC take 50% of the comic market share for the first 10 years, publishing it at the top 10 best-selling comic of the month. A the one to receive more than 100,000 orders in North America. Market alone, no one went unheard of being the era. With a super increase, send the urgency to keep it up, because again, the PR business I've seen successful winners, but I also know they code quickly. How to keep the game alive, so to speak. Number 3, Chain Adventures. Certain part without the senior video was it became clear that the economy plan created having dealing with hadn't been entirely resolved. By plus time, even beyond that, there were questions about how different series interact with each other. Black and song with Grant Morrison and Jetta Griffin, Jeff Johns, Jim Lee. Opened with storyline in the past, despite other series including George Perez, Superman featuring Curry, and contemplated setting. Yep. We're trying to have a cake and eat it too. As the old expression goes, you're trying to have the early point of relaunch, also you're trying to not screw the pooch on your more popular franchise. Because in order for Jeff Johns and Jim Book to work, a significant centerpiece of the line at that moment in time, all the other characters had to be established by that time to get on the team. Also, we didn't want to just have everybody origin until at the same time, because that would get tedious as well. We were going to do the idea to take on Superman because there's something really original and fresh going on there. I love that Superman so much, but the other side of the coin is you want to have a Superman that played on Jetta Book. The George and Grant story never really lined up. No shit, Sherlock! In the end, for the fans that really followed the tight continuity, they had a hard time grasping and how these two characters with the same one or how the timeline worked. Wait. What? Wait. What? Are you saying the reason why you're saying that you failed because you're pointing at the fans? Reality check? What time I remember the reason why your reboot didn't work with it was Superman because reality check. George Boy got so frustrated to the point that he got pissed off because you guys screwed him over. And Grandma didn't tell George Boy about what he was doing with Action Comics. Like, George Boy did not deserve that shit. He didn't. What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, dude. I disagree with that one. That statement makes no sense to me. That statement is stupid and proving more and more why the new video was a failure. This is why I don't hate to deal with a person, but I get his passion, but yeah, the guy didn't know what the hell he's doing. This is proving why it all fell apart. I know I'm repeating myself, but you can't blame me, but after hearing all this, yeah, this is again proving why they doomed to fail in the very beginning. Continue. On this, you want to know why I think the big problem was, what Stan said, it was from a structural standpoint. The biggest problem I had with the architectural as an initiative was that it didn't really have rules about the way continuity was going to work. Ultimately, we didn't have an uber story to fully really worked out. There were sort of hints of one with Pandora and Flashpoint. There were good ideas there, but there wasn't a big narrative. That part also true. Because I had a more time, this is the thing I want to bring up, Pandora. So when Pandora, she did that shit. This is the thing I want to bring up, this thing I want to talk about Pandora. I need to talk about it on Critty. So yeah, we need to go to Pandora, I need to talk about it on Critty, shall we? Yeah, you remember Pandora, this character? Of course you don't. Because Pandora, they're jack and shit. This character was supposed to be the linchpin with the New 52. This character will be, super important in this era. She's supposed to back to the era, supposed to fuck everything. The result? Nothing! She did jack and shit. This character was only made in order to at the side of the New 52 and why it happened. But the reality of this character was jack and shit. She did nothing, she did stupid, and the character was dead forgotten and never brought her up again. Okay, that's true. She ran reboot, and then got blown up. The end. Wow. What a terrible character that got destroyed because well, reasons. Okay, she's a bad idea day one. Don't get it down much character. I'm glad she got killed because this character is stupid. She's a bad character day one. I'm glad she got killed off, blown up with Dr. Manhattan. Thank Dr. Manhattan. Damn kill this character. I'm very happy with that. I think it just sounds well. So yeah. The Pandora was a bad idea day one. She's a terrible character and I'm glad she got killed off because she was useless, boring, and stupid. Continue. What did the news say about Pandora? Which he said, quote. There's probably going to be a great role for the Pandora character early on. She's going to be a little bit of a mechanical character behind the scenes. We'll work on some differences on and how the world moved forward from what happened prior to Flashpoint. Stan, we didn't really have time. We were starting over, making the characters younger, the history malleable, and because it was all so raw and informed, so new exciting everyone, there wasn't really a chance to build a new story yet. We were making it up every day and then tearing it apart and then making it up all over again. So we were always working on the fly. It was innovative and fun, but exciting as it can be, it can wear on everyone a bit. My big regret are the tech is that in all the super, and we didn't get a chance to build something equally exciting when it came to an overall story. Something to play on in year 2. Something that spoke to the spirit of the whole initiative. Something risky and bold, but that also meant to look back at legacy. Like, okay, the story is Darkseid removed 5 years from everyone's lives, and the only character that knows this is Pandora. She's going to go through this and this, but it'll play out over a couple of years. So hint at that, and in the end, with the hill, we realize it's really good, change is good, but you have to respect the past too, and that's what the final fight with Darkseid is all about. Why the fuck couldn't we get that story? That story's so amazing! That story's not badass! You're telling me that story's gonna be great and we didn't get that story? What the fuck? God damn it! That story's gonna be amazing, but no, we didn't get that. Actually, the more I think about it, this seems more and more kind of like Doomsday Clock. The more I think about it. So I wonder if Jeff Johns bought it from Snyder and the whole reboot, not even the whole really Darkseid and Bay was going to be kind of like that. If there was no plan. That plan could have been great, but no, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. We just got bullshit. The one fell apart. Interesting. Is that the end of the hero artist now, people? I know I'm repeating myself, but you can't believe me. That is bad in the we artist. That'd be cool. It just proved why that didn't be one. Continue. What did the artist say? When you create 52 series simultaneously, you have to get everybody a certain amount of latitude to be able to tell the story. Without the story impacting each other. Because ultimately, it slowed the process down. And also impede the creativity of it. So while there was a goal not to contradict each other, people did put story out in direction that made it hard for them to understand each other. You found pockets where people work together, Frankenstein and Swamp Thing work together. I did because of Frankenstein, Age of Shit, and on OMAC. But the reality was things went in the wrong directions. Don't mean the right direction, not the wrong directions. I don't get that quote. Whatever. Team and I kicking away from continuity became a blessing in disguise. Though at the time I thought I had been left without much to play with, but it meant we were left relatively alone and landscape changed every week. We couldn't have Marshman and Stormwatch about teams to be acting as a secret police force because it wasn't going to be unjustified. What the Stormwatch before meant to be why it meant to the wide universe kept changing. Stormwatch. Oh yeah, that team. Was it all the terrible team without New 52? Don't know who Stormwatch is? Don't worry, no, I know this team. Okay, that's the truth. Stormwatch actually was the thing during Wildstorm, but guess how Stormwatch went in New 52? Badly. It made no sense. This team I would know in New 52 would be a mess. It is sad. The original Stormwatch was good. That's Jenny Quantum right there. I like Jenny Quantum. Where's Jenny Quantum? Want her back. But we didn't get that character back. This team was garbage in day one. It was a bad idea. It was a clusterfuck, made no sense. And it was a disaster. Don't read this book. You're not messing with a garbage team. And it went nowhere. And the character died when it came out. It was stupid. Stormwatch is a bad idea. They were a bad idea. Made no sense. When we good Stormwatch, we won Arrow. One Arrow book is amazing. Do not read New 52. New 52, crap. One Arrow, amazing. Read this book. Don't read this shit. That's just me. Continue. I work at editor Rachel going to find joint working with her. She's sharp, respect, and support editor. There were times when she had to come to me last minute, pain in the ass, requiring for higher ups. Like I had the story insert in an issue in MFA where she came back to the DC Universe world, even though they're in the middle of a storyline I had going on Ultimate and Gem World. Or at the end when I started to do Eclipse Still because they wanted more Carter with DC Universe. When I did about to come out with suggestions and help idea to solve the impact of the quest, it made it tough at the correct cohesive storyline, though with slight interruptions like that. Yeah, like I said before, this is why it didn't work, because there was editorial interference, and this is why I use Watch Culture article as well, because funny, you can get a lot of editorial interference with New 52 while it all fell apart. This example we remind you about the one, it was all Godfire, and it was, oh yeah, scandals. Don't remind me. There's a lot of controversial or stupid, it was stupid. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, it's so stupid. Fuck that awful idea. What the hell do you think, Scarborough? Yeah. Jesus Christ, no, what stupid. Continue. What else do these queries say? So, there's always been a give and take. You come up with an idea, maybe present a story, an outline, and etc. It goes to your editor, goes up the food chain. We bet your group editor as well at the time, up to the second editor, marking the deal, and a few others. Talk about it. If they're the main stumbling block, they let you know. Sometimes they didn't sail through, sometimes to get shut down, sometimes a little bit between. I wouldn't say that this wasn't much different, except that it was across the board for everybody, and the idea was getting kicked back a lot harder, faster, because editor really wanted it to feel like a true reboot. They really want everyone to sort of look at the character and come up with not necessarily a completely new take, but something that felt a little more pleasant, or something that hadn't been seen in a while. More importantly, something that I didn't feel like it was just picking up where we left off before, so that was challenging for a lot of people at hard work. Yeah, hard work that didn't pay off. You want to make sure everyone had the ability to feel that they have some attitude, but when you try to pull it all together, that's when it's in the struggle. That's why we went away from doing crossovers for quite a while, because we wanted to let every book get grounding. Grounding? But you lied. There were crossovers in the other book. Remember the Cullen? Oh, I don't remember the Cullen. I want to tell a book from day one. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't know about the Cullen. It's like a tell book, and I hate that cover was crap. Ugh. Yeah, that part of a lie. He's lying about that part. The thought was you want to see what works and what doesn't work. You don't want to put story in canon that people will have no interest in. Because ultimately, the worst thing you can do is tell a story to undo a bad story. Which happens a lot. It just makes everything more complicated and messy. So we pushed it out, and if it worked, we built around it. If it didn't work, then we just sort of just discount it and put it on the side moving forward. So wait. So you knew there was something that was bad, but you didn't have to try to fix it. You just said, fuck it. We're just going to leave it on the side and just see what happens. Wow. That's bad structure. No wonder this thing fell apart. Continue. I think everyone figured out when we went along. Part of that is what made me anxious and weird. When I worked there with Dynamism into Animal Man, I been my Direction Man. There's so many down the line. Big Bull didn't have it with Grant and like Action Comics, and 101 goes on back go. I think I learned more and more problematic aspect as we went with that it became a victim of own success. It's doing so well in the series that there wasn't a desire to rein it in and put rules on how things worked. Books were doing things differently, so some books had different history and others and different rules on how things worked. So I think it became about those things existing next to each other, and that just created a momentum success of frustration and confusion. Eventually, we need someone to come in and set rules to rebuild new story. Yep! This is exactly why I said new didn't work, because there wasn't a structure. This example we wanted with a bad idea, it didn't work, and proving more that there was no complete plan. There was no plan. Said, fuck it. We're gonna force it and see what happens. And the result, garbage. This is what you need. This is why Reaver actually worked. Reaver had rules. Reaver had a plan, and we built Uber's story. New 52 had no plan from day one. Continue. One way who had not been named in this article described the experience with editor on one title as a complete nightmare, and that the direct editor was the worst editor I ever worked with. He literally rearranged the page order after the art had been finished, not to tell the same story in a different way, but to complete a completely different story, which I then had to write dialogue for and follow up with something that made even sense. Sense? But who cares? And always prepare a second issue. He was one of those guys who felt he was a genius, and that he had every idea had no one's merit, and he was completely wrong about that. Editor knew to under the leadership of editor Bob Harris, who in turn took his lead from Cobra to Jimmy Din deal. Oh, that guy! The guy who did the Clone Saga. Jesus, no wonder I would have got fucked over. Isn't this that shot guy? Or maybe it's Rob Liefeld. This is about Rob Liefeld, in my opinion, makes sense. You know. This could probably get me in trouble when you talk about me about talent. You said I used to say this to people and they used to get somewhat offended. I said I don't see people in the story that being listened or drawn sometimes because I'm looking at what's getting to me. Do I know what's your name? No, I'm looking at the carry. I used to be forced to understand conversation because I was so focused on what needed to be said and done to carry the story. I didn't realize who I was in a room or who I was talking to. I just judging the idea rather than the people. Oh, that's interesting. Song on Sarah's Cookie fell off number title, reading the number cancellation within the first 2 years. New 52, 2017 were cancelled. Many within the first year of publication. The 10 majority of non-superior titles include Black Ops, Men at War, GI Combat, Team 7, and Sorcery. That pissed me off. Sorcery was a good story, Men at War was good. Team 7? No one getting Team 7. GI Combat? I don't know what that is. Men at War? Don't know what that is. Black Ops? Auto failed. Yep. Oh yeah, that's Black Ops. Who wrote that? Mike Costa. Huh. Downside of success, however, I don't want to use the word arrogance because that's wrong. But the center bravado. Now I got it now, I can prove anything. One of us stable at the beginning was we won't let any book go into 25 in sales. Okay, so that's why you start getting away 8 months. Because while the books were making money, they were profitable, they didn't just hit the ultimate number that we created. Yeah. What we didn't realize at that time is we created that churn, so I called it, there are going to be 8 books or so that's just going to come in for a target number. So what you should do is find the best 8 and stick with them. But you replace them, cancel them, you find out you are going in more diminishing returns. Then all of a sudden the 8 books for the target number become 10. And then you're feeling more holes and you want to fill them. You're so far and churn the bottom, you're not fully maintaining security at the top. Yep. So, the name of the channel won't be honest, may find new comic series. The kind of each series meant the title creative team was going to be out of work. With each replacement series, unlucky pick out the creators from the canceled book. In addition, the comics being canceled less than a year onto their runs, created found themselves subject to a last minute replacement on continuing series based on a number of strict criteria. So being able to meet nearly impossible tight deadlines, as a result, many creators reported feeling for their job security during this period unless they were on a best-selling product. Some more popular titles did succeed by making unexpected creative choices. Christian Women can win a with. Fuck that. I hate that. Hate that when it's so bad. Okay, they did it pretty degree. We invented the launch of one entire board and leadership. Built new family for doing a career, gaining further exposure. Super audience, any among these creators were Batman like Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire, whose Element Green Arrow won but supplied critical successes. A lot of my involvement with that they always said was saying, this is what we like to do, and it gets handed down. I can honestly tell you what comes back is near 100%, or 75% of what it's meant to be. That there is no better feeling in the job, honestly, than what you envision something story-wise. Story comes in better than you imagine. You don't think I'm not the writer. This would have been boring compared to what they had in. That's the shit that gets me excited. Because you ain't want to see people put themselves. Shame of it all is that a lot of people don't put themselves. I always tell people to stop editing. Really edited, you got to go. You go put the ideas and see. It's either put somebody back than put them forward. When you stand behind it, exalting but point people, you can find much better ground between them. I don't get that logic. Whatever. Okay, you know what? This is getting way too long, so let's cut the chase. What's the thing we're talking? Let's cut that to Robert Vendetti at the comment because I need to tell Robert Vendetti to do all my interesting, and frankly, this thing way too long than we planned. So let's cut the chase. What did Scott say? I remember being right on issue 5. I was running way ahead because I was right on issue 2, issue 1. The issue where Batman is a traveling Robin but unique Gollum. Greg Capullo with this part of the experiment, whereby I just say Batman needs to feel disoriented, but you just do whatever you think will make it feel like this come bothering readers. What's the dialogue and some of the key moment, but you came out with the plan to flip the whole book around, and we read it at you with what you think this is. And I think it's brilliant, and let's send it in, and then we rejected it, and Bob Heritage and Dan. So let's try to get it through. We really stuck together, we fought. They eventually came around and they said people are going to think it's a misprint, but if we really want to do it, we'll go through it. And then I got PDF, remember I read it vertically, I was right, see then read it quickly, then I got a plain book. And so you had to flip it and read it in reverse order. But oh guys, the misprint, then we went and tweeted out, and everything is about and do it. He called me up and he's like, what are you doing? They get, so I do a tweet, and then half an hour later, he got his books and tweeted, goddamn it's 25, and he called me out and was like, they didn't invent I thought anymore discovering from the point forward we became code party. Aww, that's sweet. Good discussion. I'm glad you guys became good friends. So yeah, what did I do different too? It's pretty cool to see Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo became good friends because at this moment, it's pretty bad, I love it. Continue. What did you say? So the only debatable relationship when people are ready to go for it. And when you have to enter late and everyone just let them loose, you know it's funny because over the year I talked to guys from Jim Stone. You know the same story you hear when this guy dead is going to cancel before when it gets on. I'm going to be canceled, and the books that follow those almost categories are some of the most favorite comics in my life. So when they're not to lose, they can do whatever they want. That's a good thing sometimes when you start to feel pressure, sometimes you just gotta let it go. Just what I have some of my favorites, some of my biggest fears. All of you consider the unknown should be retired New 52 line through mid-2015, include a short little revival in 1970 series The Green Team, some short trainers with my favorite Tiny team, by Franco. I don't know who it is. It quickly became clear what fans really wanted was the family favorite Batman Green Lantern and WWE buddies. With the creator Jeff John Graham Morrison moved from Hyper retired, they launched less than a couple of years earlier. That meant that usually the creator would get the chance to step at the plate. Yeah, that didn't last long. Like Vidal said, having what I done Demon Knights, DC invited me to pitch for the main Green Lantern title. Talking over issue 21 after the departed Jeff John, beyond saying that they'd be building Fiend Mom across the line in September. They wanted to be an event within the group to connect the character on the all-new clear teams. That was where Relic in the White Star storyline came from. I began the point of my career, I really liked the 12 superhero comics until they tried by fire. I made my fair share of mistakes, and learned a lot along the way. Leading to what I feel is much stronger was in the Rebirth era. I meant the Rebirth era, Rebirth was amazing. And beyond. You can't get what you are without passing through where you've been. So it's hard for me to look back on negatively. I was getting to play with toys of how to join new guys. Unfathomable when I started a few years earlier. Yep. Now I don't have today's luck. Andy Diggle and Joshua had left the respective series before the first year in print. Diggle had been out and new action comics letter following Grant Morrison fucking with due to take over both Green and Course. And Diggle said prophetically on Twitter. Fucker revealed that she had left in response to editorial demands, including that long-term Green cast member had one of the most high-profile black kids on show to be killed off. At having, Joe was not killed off after Flecker was titled. What? What the fuck? Oh yeah, we got the Go Simone condom damage as well. Yeah, this thing also was bad having to Go Simone. What the fuck? Once she was doing Simone announced that she would be the new backup writer with her continuing with an only 2-issue interruption. Thankfully, DC would option to continue, but having been unseen during the period had never been made public. Polygon reached out to Flecker and Simone for oral history, but neither agreed to participate. To maintain engine in the line as a whole on every Amazon New 52 launch, the entire line would feature a month of stunt programming replacing the regular series with flashback material or a collection of villain themed one-shots. These are not New 52 will be what the fuck certified. We used to be in shock plot twist and what the fuck landing didn't survive by the time April rolled around, all the format plot twist month did. Wait, what? What the fuck does that mean? Whatever. I don't know what to talk about that shit. Yeah, who cares? Oh yeah, this is no, that she been fired away back with title. That happened. Fuck. That made me mad. What the fuck? This is on top of it. It didn't work. Let's get the futures in. Another terrible story. The company leaned heavily into 3 weekly comic series that kept close connections resistant while retired. About Eternal, considered made New 52 Futures End and Earth 2 World's End. And each of the 3 series recorded with Digimon publishing work in different ways. Well, the Digimon Futures End, some program that will play the regular lineup and system Earth 2 World's End, running a storyline recorded with the regular Earth 2 movie series. Futures End featured collected 4 light spring jury event evenly, both balancing World End for a single letter managing plot overall during the series. But Futures End was flat with a garbage story that made no fucking sense. He said you sent me showing this weekly because they had a whole lot of stuff to get through. Kind of laid it out to me. Honestly, I was just sort of coming at it from play where this is where they wanted. They want somebody from outside comment to come in and do something, supply it, and do it their own way. Wilson's background was employed to wrote the plot global apocalypse novel, screenwriter, Evan Wood, and Bob Morgan DC. This will mean made a career and explaining the plot, including that unbeknownst to fan base. The series will read in separate parts to tell convergence. Yeah, that series. Like I said before, there's a lot more to it. This game is way too long than we planned, but that's interesting. What did Dan Woodson say? I like how to deal with it, so I put together a big spreadsheet. I made the whole thing planned out. They made it be to what I wanted to do, how I wanted to separate everything. So I went to New York City. I met former did you propel Levitt? So I just had this immediate reality check where Paul was like, no, like that's not how you do comics, man. I'm like, well, how are we going to do it? Because there's so much I need to lay this out. But no, we'll figure it out issue by issue. I said I'm really not comfortable doing that, and I'm the showrunner, so I kind of want to do it that way. Also, I've been working on this for months. Paul's like, that's cool, I wish you luck, I'm out. It wasn't emotional or anything, he was just, that's really not why I signed up for it. So he got it. When I was like, you know what, he was right. It wasn't well expected, I had to make it work, but then when Paul was totally let everything evolve on fly, the girls, I had to adapt to it. Conversion and finding from the value to play the Titans Super 1, it reached one time. And we challenged with 5 years later became editor-in-chief. The event also connected with DC. We were in New York City to whatever. Yeah, this marked the official end of New 52 as was. Yeah. That's right after Tuesday gonna move the building at all conversions. Yeah, that's why the conversions happened, because it was basically a stunt event to basically cover the cost in order to deal and everybody to move everybody from New York to Burbank. Which did not work. It failed. On February 6, 2015, DC announced New 50 brand was being retired from the cover of its comics as of June. The first line of the course converted with on-time by the company ongoing series would continue past that point, until with 24 series wanted to come in part of the new brand DCU. Not all of them ended up being released on schedule until its one, Dark Universe, shelled indefinitely. What Dark Universe? What's that? I forget the thing. Normally, DC retired and employed younger creative new producers retired, with the title having a more contemporary feel. Which failed. Miserably. Yep. Well, that also had to do with entering game with young adult marketplace, DC testing with DC Zoom. You know what? This is getting way too confusing. So yeah, let's just cut through all this shit and fucking doing and let's get the real at the media materials. To make a long story short, too late. It worked for a while. 3 years might not sound like a long period of cassette, but quite honestly, you gotta remember where we started. Ultimately, where we finished. Yep. We started at a bad point than where we started. You know, all we learned by the time we got to Rebirth, we always did a statement on what the market truly was, as opposed to what we wanted to be. The new 52 is, I would hope the market would be with all these diverse comics, here on all my Roman books, here on my war books, also out there. By the time we get to Rebirth, you realize that there's really just a feeling of real hunger of primary care to be fed the truth and over. Truth be told, I think the new 52 ended because the second window had collapsed of people with expertise. Okay. With the interesting thing, I think Paul Levitt put that in my head when I first got into DC. He said to me that a lot of times what would happen is that you would want this character, they would appear time to run, before ultimately it wind up failing. And then it would be what we used to call toxic. Meaning you couldn't do anything with the character and you had to put it on sale for 5 years. Red, the toxicity faded away. Then bring it back out and you weren't them. But then what was happening is that we were recording the window at the start of 52. We kept the books and we launched them there with a minimum of 2 months. So we collapsed a lot of these windows, just expecting to start to collapse. So an expecting delivery. And when you deliver a number and then you have to exceed the number and exceed the number you're constantly having to challenge yourself to be bigger and better and bolder than when you start to fade. And then you scramble to find a way to compensate that. Yep. So yeah, this is why it all fell apart. This is why you would fail. This is why it was a failure. This is why it's never ever gonna work. This is why it was a disaster from day one. It failed, it was a disaster fire, and it didn't work. Yeah, end quote. There's a lot more to remind me. I kind of skipped through all this stuff with Brand Footy stuff. But honestly, I'm gonna talk about this stuff. I'm gonna get started. Not interesting. It's not that interesting. It goes nowhere. And it went nowhere. Wait. So now all go there. We're back to what we're doing. A lot of what we had planned. Ultimately, had we taught the whole mandate about pre-alter ego. Never used to mention in context. No matter what intent would be. Huh. No wonder Batgirl went to hell. I wonder about that. Yeah, but I didn't know about the Batgirl book at all about the Burnside bullshit. Huh. I'll probably do another video about that in the future. Continue. Let's get to 5 years later. Part 5, 5 years later. At the point in history, New 52 why you got to create failure. Due to behind-the-scenes creative dispute that went public, shifting at stated, those had to say every comic fan reading at the time had their own most underrated comic bill New 52 were going to cover. That said, it's a project no one missed dead. It wanted to make poor creative choices, but dysfunctional involved making the comics is something that remained difficult for me to address. For everyone who participated in its oral history, there were key players who declined because the memories weren't something they want to revisit. Some remained angry over the treatment, others upset at what happened to them, others. 5 years after New 52 was officially put to bed, going concern the publishing said it remained a hot-button issue for many of the people involved in creating. DC publishing initially proved a brand line-wide we wanted to draw public attention and could gain significant buy-in for both retail readers at a recent short-term 15-month on New 52. Marvel embarked on 5 first brands out of Marvel. No! The great success. Began establishing what we wanted on the annual basis. The rerun began to inspired by animation merchandise at Marvel Studios, Cinematic Universe, including new Captain Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, the idea of James Bond 4, Matt Fraction, Quick Hawkeye, and made Hawkeye Seed. For its part, DC rerunds with only twice in the past decade. 2016 Rebirth and this year Imminent Frontier. Well, last year Imminent Frontier. I said before this article is old, but it's from Imminent Frontier at the time, but that was a bad idea. Imminent Frontier was just a bandage on to fix what he broke. Whatever. With each time we find under another element you to with a great degree. Some degree lessons never learned from what became forward, but are they the right lessons? Yep. A lot of way back complain, but not the one you think. I mean, everyone was so worried about offering digital releases until the release New 52. I thought this was all intriguing that everyone was saying, come on, digital content going to be way that. It might be reading spot per people. Let's say buying spot per people. Yep. There was a lot of inconsistency and superficial changes that don't feel like somebody is dusting something off. Seems but not really, and that's what started to lead to its confusion. So I had to get things that felt slightly off when you remember them, so why bother reinventing it in the first place? And I think that's one valid argument you're going to get from everybody. No intention to reinvent it became less and less as they progressed. Therefore, Young said positive continuity, new continuity mix of half-hour reintroduction that really didn't work for the story. And they really satisfy anyone in the long term. Yep. That's the dead zone where once you fall in that mud, you're trying to dig yourself out, but you're sitting quick and point underground. Yep. End quote. I know there are skips with this shit, but honestly, it's at the end we're going on this shit. So, yeah, this is where everything fell apart, in my opinion. This is when the shit. It's interesting and proving more why new video to failure. I don't repeat myself, I can't remember that the go to article, and I didn't even go into all this shit. And, let's get good days. I mean, let's get discussed there. Thing I do wish was different at the time is that I wish there was a plan. A lot of it came from, I think, deciding the whole idea. I think there were elements of spontaneity to that were exciting. There was some possibility, the sense of purpose we were going to make these characters fun and dynamic, and show what we loved about them by the way we put them forward. In the long run, I think that it hurt us not to have a blueprint that people could follow group to group, because it created these silos to create an editors that were productive at their vision in what they were building. What Gilman said. So you get 70, 80 years old. All these major reboots every few years. It's funny comics which gave birth to these characters are allowed to reinvent themselves when they change. You know, TV show, movie picture, everyone is a lot more forgiving about the changes they have to be made when it's in a medium. You try to change in comics, people get crazy. I never thought any reboot wipe on my story. My story is still there. They're not going anywhere. They're collected. You can buy it in ebook, they're right there, forever. The fact that it might not be part of canon anymore doesn't bother me. Folks sometimes should take a step back and read what is with the medium, realize how to evolve. That's the fun part always. Okay, I get your point, Judd Winnick, on that one, but honestly, I gotta disagree with that one, because people care about canon. People care about story, and it doesn't matter. The problem with DJ Marley, they don't give it a continuity, they get bullshit. He's not getting bad choices to this day. That's not even another. I can do that why DJ Marley broken, but that's not important. What the brand footage says. I thought the content marketing new star was spot on and was having to find success. But I was overall disappointed in the choice that were made. First 3 years of the line, not to demand the great work that was done inside themselves, Madison starring on YouTube, but I just think the angle of the entire video was askew. To me, this was the chance to put the human character forward, and it was really short the company had done in the 50s. When the flash involved from helmet and check out the super signs are Barry Allen. Yeah, when you consider the organic way over decade each other war with the Flash, Dick and Batman, but to my mind, new feature an opportunity to fall down on a marker and not in the new status quo. And on the popular heroes. To let new potential readers know they were getting in on the ground floor, and all the Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and all these characters will be starred under the book for the foreseeable future. Not a gimmick. We're playing the mantle and a new chapter in ongoing saga. Obviously, always having the current ones DC Comics. I think it's referring to Imminent Frontier, not New 52. I love that story. It's amazing. The Superman is well dead. I can't bring him back. I have to have you keep that promise. Yep. Johnny Convey, unchanged version Superman from for New 52 Air Child 1 DC Continuity. We play New 52 variant ventilation virtually all New 52 changes Superman. Yay! Yep. Good for him. We all trying to make this thing that we wouldn't work. And it would be dying if it didn't work. A lot of people were saying that it wouldn't work. We tell it was young. If you took away the history, it would collapse. If you did day and date, it would collapse. On and on that we would read comics. I think they would get tension around the whole thing. There was extremely high erotic tension the entire time. It was defined, combative, fun, and trying something that was supposed to feel new and exciting. It built love for the character DC, but it was wild in that way too. Being wild is so also frustrating. I saw the great building that never came to pass. I was trying to get a build. That's comics a lot of time. Honestly, here are comics on Red Bull. Yep. You know, the comedy I had one more time working with good people on cool books and suffering the usual running for change. Incomplete story, I say usual because they were all after corporate IP. Yeah, you have to prepare with swings and the arrow to come with the bottom line. Other comments are going to comment the front part. Yep. Final thing with the deal. It really focused on the idea that you have modal poverty in the modal areas. Here you are Superman characters, here you are teen characters, you're a small war adventure line with no so weird thing to come with a mainstream publisher. These in comics, you had modal war book and what's in that's crazy. I would say we got about 3.5 years to what I hope would have been 5 years. But just because ship on material, the idea that you can do something that leave it and let it run for 20 years isn't a reality anymore. We create different experiences in the marketplace, the constant selling reinvention. The goal is that whether or not there's more drug market out there, and yet I think we know the answer. Yep. End quote. So yeah, this is how the New 52 failed, and a lot of information I meant for is a lot of talk, but this is why New 52 failed. No plan, no structure, just cut the fucky and end quote. And that's the end of the show. So yeah, this is why New 52 failed, it's a failure, and dumped the fire, and did not work. Yep, yeah, that's the show. So they did a long article, and my thought on the situation, never do a reboot without a plan. Yep. Yeah, so this activity failed. It's in the topic. We should for in the future. What future is will obey? But this will find new particular failure. This again will find new particular bad idea and prove more and more this idea was never ever gonna work. It failed. It was a disaster fire, and it never ever gonna work. It failed miserably and it's a great disaster. End quote. Yep. Yeah, so this one new failed. And we should yeah. That's all. So I know. My bottle. As you all know by now, I'm actually been New 52. Why? Because none of the book made sense. They all caught the fucking God fire. And after reading the entire article for 60 minutes, I can't even agree New 52 with the fail from day one. This thing was doomed to fail from the very beginning. Enjoyment when all the things regard to the entire article for 60 minutes, this game was never ever gonna work because there was no plan. This is why it failed. It failed because you had no plan. You had no plan from the very beginning. Holy shit, I don't even talk article for 60 minutes. This again when we do a reboot. You need a plan. We have no plan, everything falls apart. So yeah, I thought did you actually his word? Do I believe everything he said? No. I don't believe everything he said, I think he's kind of missing something that happened in this thing. And he forgot to mention some book that didn't actually work. Gee. What books failed in the New 52? What book was so bad that there was disaster fire? Oh, I know what books failed in the New 52. Did anyone forget Teen Titans? Oh, wait. No one read Teen Titans. Teen Titans was a failure. I mean, holy shit. I feel like the deal is missing some key part or key book that did not work. Like, am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? I feel like the deal is missing some key at the thing that did not work in 52. May I remind what hell happened with some change of failures? Oh wait, I can go all day about bad new book for because I didn't talk about. Let's get this on chance, shall we? Yeah, all the books can you do are all horrible. Like Grifter, Voodoo, We Are Super, Hog and Dove, Mr. Terrific, Omac, all Bookos sucked. Wait, that was horrible. Holy shit. Like, let's not forget what it was a terrible season 1. It was garbage, it was just garbage. Oh, yeah, T9. That forgot to fail well. She was garbage. Every new video, oh shit. Like, I can go on and on about new video 2 words, but you get my point. My point just stands. Point, these books were all failures. There was no hope. Everything was falling apart. Everything made no sense. And the result is bullshit. Is that all garbage. 90% of the guns found day 1. Oh yeah, T9 Auto 92 Scarlet and Brett Boo. Auto failure. So yeah, as you can tell, New 52, I get what the deal is coming on. We were started with this thing. But the deal, hey, there's a bubble, your plan made no sense. You had no plan. You just opened the door to a nightmare that made no sense. No wonder why people got pissed off and angry. Because you just came in with a short damage that make everything good. But your idea made no sense. Everything I hear from the deal just proves more and more that you guys had no plan from the very beginning. Your plan was still just falling at the wall and see what happened. This is why when you go into a reboot, you need a plan. And this is why I told you more about new video to fail when they want. It never worked. It was gonna fail in the very beginning. Now, is DC better now? Did DC get better when new video failed? Yes. Well, it did. Well, reboot might be working in general. Reboot was good, but holy shit, we can go on how bad this book was, but frankly, we'll be okay. I made you a follow-up video on it because this video is way too long than what you planned. I made you a part 2 of what perspective of why new video failed, but for me, I think I made you a little lot more to say about this than MCI. And then again, point about new video failure. You had no hope, you had no plan, and you just had no structure whatsoever. So yeah, as you can tell, this thing was a failure. It made no sense, and it proved more and more and more why trying to make YouTube was never ever gonna work. Oh yeah, I commitment. That also why it didn't work. So yeah, bottom line, New 52 failed because it had no plan, no structure, and the end result of all this matter proved more and more why New 52 never had period. If I had my way, I would even keep going forward, not do another reboot. Heck, like. Say we were crazy in video, but we was coming here at the time actually made sense because it was a reboot that made sense. New 52 came with a shred and I said, fuck it, we got 4 minutes to watch see what happens. But this is why after you made a reboot, you need a plan and you need no structure. Structure equals actually architecture. Architecture needs work. But you have no structure, you need no plan, you have 4 minutes and see what happens. Without bullshit. This is why when you do a reboot, you need a plan ahead and not fuck everything up. But this again proves the deal had no plan and just said fuck it for it and all the see what happens. We have worked because there was hope. It had plan, it made sense. It had clear cell rule that basically it worked. Before I got the short bullshit, my board is hands. Yeah. So the end result of all this manager proving more and more that New 52 was not gonna work a failure, and the end result we need a reboot period. If I had my way, I would rather have kept reboot kept going than keep New 52 going and let it die in fire. Or, if the deal was smart, you should have done what Marvel did and just separating you together. Keep post-crisis intact, but do a new year and talk about just do something it's that easy. Yeah, we got the Ultimate Marvel Universe always fault in there, it was separate continuity. And even though Ultimate Marvel Universe also ended in failure, because of bullshit writing and bullshit ideas, Ultimate Marvel, in my opinion, actually proving more and Ultimate Marvel, in my opinion, actually had a good idea. The problem with Ultimate Marvel, it kind of all fell apart with the Edgewood character and it went stupid. But with Ultimate, we were at point, it had rules. It fell apart miserably because of, it fell apart because of bad writing and bad ideas. But with Ultimate, we knew what it was. It didn't last long, we remained for that, even though that fell apart because of bullshit, because of more stupidity. But, my point still stands. If the deal wanted to try Ultimate, he should have run New 52 being on something new today. Have post-crisis intact, but New 52 as well. 231, problem solved, easy, simple, and that's how you do it. But no. The deal didn't want to do that. He just didn't do it bad to destroy everything and just went stupid. Bottom line is, this again proving more and more New 52 never worked, it's a failure, and proving more and more this thing with design when they won. And I go on and on why New 52 failed, but we'll be all day. But to make this video, to end this video actually quick and funny, I'm sorry for 160 minutes way too long. But to end this video in a nutshell, this again proving when you do it, you need a plan, you have no plan, and you have fucking management from insanity, no plan equals bad structure, and proving more what it worked, and New 52 never worked from the beginning. It was doomed to fail, and it failed miserably. And now we're in the era of the Lemon anymore, but then that's also freaking, they don't because DC's bad ideas. But my point stands. Point A, when you go into a reboot, you need a plan. Without no plan, you're fucking me up. But the end of the video show. My final thought on this topic as a whole, because this thing was way too long. My final thoughts, New 52 should never happen. It should never happen, period. It should never happen. It should never happen, period. It should never happen, period. And it should never happen, period. That's my final thought. My final situation, never do New 52 ever again and learn from history and learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your history, if you don't learn anything from history, you're doomed to repeat it. I mean, that's a quote. My point stands. Point A, this thing failed. I'm glad it failed the way it did. It was a bad idea and a bad, long time. If people have judged by people out of the creator got fucked over, that's me. After the deal, I do want to talk to the deal eventually. I do want to talk to the man because he's a nice guy and we were talking. I could talk to why New 52 didn't work. But my final answer to the whole, let New 52 die, let it stay dead, and never come back ever again. But my final situation, let it go away and never come up here. But wait, we go. I for Dawn of DC of 2023, that could turn out. Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know how Dawn DC could turn out. We don't know how this can turn out, period, but this game will be really bad. But I'll put in a separate video about it in the future. Okay, I made a video about this, but as far as this thing is concerned, what's this whole bad plan? What's in? They're gonna horrible. But until it makes sense. But anyway, we go. I didn't know I don't know about our New 52 why it failed and why it failed the whole pre-owned comment mode. So you go right in the topic. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Also can follow on Twitter. Tweet them, comment channel, my Twitter thoughts. Tweet to the bell, kind of some story. You guys can. I'll get it long game. Good story. So yeah. Bye. Like DC, don't do it ever again. Just tell the story and I'll be good. I'll be happy. Easy.